We hear a lot about certain accessories for the old money style. The watches, the bracelets, the sunglasses. But there's one accessory that has undeservedly swerved the spotlight. I'm talking about belts. The truth is, a belt can make or break your outfit. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about 3 unique and unusual belts that you might want to consider adding to your collection, especially if you're a fan of the old money aesthetic. So let's start with number 1, the braided belt. I love the braided belt because it adds a 3-dimensional element to your outfit. You could get a braided belt in either leather or suede, and there are so many colors to choose from. Brown, black, navy, even white. Any color that you can dye leather is possible with the braided belt. And you can even get 2 different colors woven together for a really eye-catching piece. Braided belts have a natural elasticity and stretch to them, allowing you to get the perfect fit every time. So just to give you an example, this is my braided belt. This is actually a fabric belt, not a leather belt. But as you'll see, you can put it to your desired size and the buckle will go through any point in the belt, so you always get the perfect fit. That's a really big advantage of the braided belt. The braiding of leather is a really ancient craft. It's believed to go back to the Moors' occupation of Spain, but possibly even before that. In fact, it's not until the 1980s that braided leather belts were made via machines. So I think wearing a braided belt is a great homage to honest craftsmanship. There's something about the aesthetics of a braided belt that really signals your flair for style. Because the braiding is by nature unnecessary, it tells the world that you care about your presentation beyond just practicalities. It's kind of like a pocket square. It's completely useless, but the fact that it is useless means it's an indicator of style. Out of all the belts I'm going to talk about today, the braided belt is by far the most versatile and the most popular. It's a belt I would encourage any stylish man to add to his repertoire. And you can wear one with everything from a summer suit to a pair of chino shorts. Next, we're moving on to a style that is much more unusual, but so very, very old money. We're talking about the D-ring belt, also known as a ribbon belt, and I'll explain a little bit why that is later on. This style was first introduced in the 1960s by J. Press, one of the originating brands of the old money and the preppy aesthetic. J. Press is actually still going and is very underrated compared to more well-known brands like Brooks Brothers, J. Crew, and Ralph Lauren. The distinctive feature of the D-ring belt is of course the absence of a buckle. Instead, it closes with these 2 D-shaped rings. Most D-ring belts that you see won't be made of leather, they'll be made of a soft fabric like silk or ribbon. And on the fabric, you'll commonly see a 2-tone or a tritone stripe, like these beautiful examples by F.H. Wadsworth. Personally, these belts give me a very coastal, nautical kind of vibe. I think they're perfect for wearing with a pair of stone chinos, a polo shirt, and a pair of loafers or boat shoes. It's definitely the kind of thing you expect to see at a harborside restaurant in New England. The third style of belt is very preppy and very fun. I'm going to refer to these as motif belts. This is a casual belt, often made of leather-backed ribbon with some kind of fun design or motif. Often these motifs will showcase something that's popular in the old money lifestyle. Some common designs are sailboats, racehorses, and golfing. But you can literally get everything from beer cans to JFK. The fun of these belts is that you can use them to express your personality. You'll see them with both D-rings and regular buckles. But of course, they can only be worn with very casual outfits like chinos and a polo shirt. When it comes to the more serious occasions like business meetings, funerals, and weddings, old money style is more traditional. So in those situations, it's time to pull out the classic leather dress belt. But we all know that this isn't the world we live in 90% of the time. And I think the best thing about living in a more dressed down world is it gives us more options to be creative. So where is a good place to buy these kind of belts? The most obvious stores are J. Crew, Brooks Brothers, and Ralph Lauren. These are well-known places that carry the preppy and old money style in all of its variants. But there's also some excellent stores and brands where you can buy these belts that are a little less well-known. Earlier on, we looked at the ribbon D-ring belt from F.H. Wadsworth. This is a New York-based company that specializes in men's accessories, and they hand make their belts right there in the city. They're most known for their ribbon belts, But they also have a wide range of stretchy elastic belts, leather belts, and even velvet belts. For those motif belts, check out a company called Country Club Prep. From the name, you can guess the kind of vibe they're going for. And these belts are pretty expensive, but they offer pretty much every design you could possibly think of, including college designs and motifs paying tribute to certain states. For a more affordable brand, check out Keel James Patrick. They have some pretty cool designs like the Nantucket Whalers, the JFK, and even these really cool braided rope belts. So if you're going hard on the nautical aesthetic, this could be a really good one for you. Gentlemen, I want to hear from you in the comments. Which is your favorite of these 3 belts? Is it number 1, this classy dark brown braided leather belt? Is it number 2, a D-ring belt made of striped ribbon? Or is it number 3, this really fun Nantucket Whalers motif belt? And gentlemen, if you're a fan of the old money style, I highly encourage you to check out my video about the dark academia aesthetic. This is a variation on the old money style that plays into moodier colors and some university traditions. I think there will be a lot about this style that you enjoy, and you might want to consider bringing into your own outfits. So until the next one, remember to let me know in the comments which belt you liked, number 1, number 2, or number 3, and thank you as always for watching.